And it's congratulations to Gala, who are sitting on top of Premier 1 after a thumping 36-16 win at Raeburn Place against Edinburgh Accies. Bill Paulson was there.
Although standoffly Miller scored a try for Gala after just 3 minutes and the Maroons had gained a try bonus point by the interval, Edinburgh Accies had given them a few anxious moments prior to the turnaround. Home lock Greg Campbell had charged over for an equalising try and a penalty by Stuart Evans had put Accies ahead. Craig Robertson then grabbed a try for Gala to restore their lead, but a second penalty by Evans edged Accies 1 point in front. 2 tries by Ewan Dodds in the last 10 minutes of the first half gave Gala a lead they never relinquished. In the second half, Gala controlled the game and added tries from close range through scrum half George Graham and hooker Russell Anderson. Miller converted both, while Jake Knight sprinted in for a consolation try for Accies.
With Melrose losing 23-22 at Stirling County, despite a second-half comeback, they've dropped to second place, 2 points behind Gala. Their 3 tries were scored by Scottish international Simon Webster, Fraser Thompson and Andrew Skeen, with Skeen converting 2 of them and kicking a penalty. In the other Premier 1 game involving a local side, Hawick conceded 8 second-half tries and 10 overall as they were blitzed 62-18 by Curry. Stephen Anderson and Craig Russell scored tries for Hawick, who are expected to announce their new coach next week. Interim boss Jim Rennick gave his reaction after the game.
There wasn't many positives. I think it was a disappointing day for Hawick. I think maybe your scrum did okay. We had some no bad spells second half when we drove at them, but in general terms, Curry were a much sharper, better organised side than we were. At half time we maybe thought we did have a chance there because at 17-6 you're certainly not out of the game, but we didn't perform second half. We got off to a bad start and we slipped off too many first time tackles. It was just a poor performance.
With Dundee beating Ayr 23-15, it means Curry are third in the Premier 1 table, with Dundee fourth and Ayr fifth. Hawick are 5 points adrift at the bottom. Turning to Premier 2, and the local derby was at Philip Hoch, with Selkirk desperate to put their big loss last week at Kelso behind them. They were playing second-place Jed Forest and got stuck in right from the off, racing to an 18-0 half-time lead, thanks to tries by Fraser Harkness and Gordon Patterson. Another Harkness try in the second half put Selkirk in control, and despite touchdowns by Darren Gillespie and Michael Weekly later on, it was Selkirk's day, running out 28-15 winners. Here's Selkirk's Fraser Harkness.
I thought we played really well today. I think for all Jed maybe didn't turn up. Again, they've obviously played better in weeks gone by, but we really turned up today. We were really disappointed, hurting from last week, and it was a case of putting things right this week, and I thought the boys were outstanding today.
Jed coach Darren Cunningham.
Terrible, wasn't it? We never really turned up. I've just said to the lads, we've just kind of turned up to somewhere like this and not start playing until 65-70 minutes into the game. I mean, just all over the place. There's nothing else we could say. Like, we just never came out the change rooms. And the lads are really disappointed. But obviously, we've told them they've got to have a good look at themselves.
Kelso's topsy-turvy season continues. They won 35-3 last week. They lost 39-3 this weekend at Biggar. A Greg Ponton penalty was all they had to show, and captain Greg Minto was gutted.
Today's game went absolutely terrible for us. We lost a couple of guys prior to the game, and it just didn't help us in our forward pack at all. And we just didn't get on the front foot, didn't get our phases going. And now 2 huge games coming up in the next couple of weeks against West and Whitetakes, but thankfully both of them are at home.
Peebles came back from 18-3 down to nearly win at West of Scotland, but they lost 22-21. Neil Hogarth scored 2 tries. Andrew Brown scored the other. Their coach, Jerry McGuinness.
Obviously very disappointed at coming away with a 1-point defeat. This is a game that we had targeted for a win, and unfortunately we gave West too much of a start in the first half. 19-3 or 19-6 in arrears was just far too much to come back from, albeit we absolutely dominated the second half and closed it to within 1 point at 22-21. We spent the last 5 minutes of the game pounding their line to no effect, and the final whistle went. Really disappointed. We take a losing bonus point out of it, but West are still now 4 points clear of us, so we've still got a mountain to climb for next week and the week after.
Stuart's Melville topped the table with 9 wins out of 9 on 40 points. Jed are second on 30, Watsonians third on 29, Hamilton are fourth with 28, and Selkirk still fifth with 26, but Kelso are in 10th position and Peebles at the bottom. Well, you can see the highlights from Selkirk against Jed Forest right now at Borders Rugby Television at bordersrugby.tv. plus all the news, stats, results and interviews. Well, finally, the other local results, and in the National League, Hawick YM 40, Ellen 16, Linlithgow 15, Langham 17. East League 1, Duns 52, Hawick Lindeen 10, Trinity Accies 13, Berwick 13. East League 2, Galloway YM 5, Earlston 27, Hawick Quins 66, Murray House 19, and finally the local derby in East League 3, St Boswell's 32, Walkerburn 3.